to the very last part of Learning Target 8. We're going to do this very last part. This is page 13. This is just slightly more complicated than the other sections. Let's do it. By the way, I'm wearing a hat, not because I think this hat is cute, but because I want to grab your attention somehow. I know how boring it is to watch some lesson videos. I don't know, maybe I'll try to make it interesting by doing different things, wearing different things maybe, but still taking the notes. I mean, note itself is always kind of boring. So here, what we have is just one step further. We're telling you these are all normal distribution, and we're giving you the mean and the standard deviation, but we're going to ask something that we have never asked you before, like how many. We talked about what percent of people. We talked about what is a minimum and maximum of certain percents, but we have not talked about how many. So this time we're starting with the total number. You see, Mrs. Berkeley and Mrs. Travillas gave a math test to 58 students. That's you guys. In their first and third period classes, the distribution of the test score was a normal with mean mu of 78.3 with standard deviation sigma 7.1. So let's just finish that part first. So 7.1, 7.1, right? Like this is the part that we know how to do. So let's finish this first. So 7.1. So it'll be 85.4, 92.5, and 94.6. Here, going the other direction, would be 71.2, 64.1, and 57% or points. And let's also do the percent. So in the middle, we got 34, 34, 13.5, 2.35, 0.15, 13.5, 2.35, 0.15. So we know how to label the curve, right? Yes, and we know how to find the percents. And now let's talk about how many students would be below 64.1%. So first of all, do you see how, I know, so below, we're starting from the bottom half. I don't know where 64.5 ends, right? I mean, after a couple practice, you'll get used to it right away. Like, you know that, oh, we're talking about this slide, or we're talking about this slide, or we're talking about this slide. But right now, we kind of don't know. So we have to kind of like try different, we have to keep adding until we get there. So, oh no, I'm sorry. See, this is what happens. I want to tell you this because I know you would make the same mistake. I got confused with this percent and then the percent of the probability. We're talking about 64.1% on the test. So never mind. It is right there. 64.1%. It's right there. So you know you labeled it correctly. Or I know I labeled my graph correctly. So how many students earned below 64.1%? This many students, I know. But I know what it is in percent. I can add this. I know is 2.5%. So 2.5% of students scored less than 64.1% in class. Now, how many is 2.5% if there are 58 students? Really, that's all we're doing. So there are many ways of doing this. I find this to be the easiest way. So first, you're really looking for this. 2.5% of 58 students is what you're doing. I would either change the percent into a decimal or a fraction. Okay, so if you're doing the decimal way, it'll be moving 2 decimal places to the left. So it'll be 0.025 of means multiply by 58. So you can always change that percent into a decimal and then multiply by the total. So that gives me 0.025 times 58 students, 1.45. Now, 1.45 students is what I got. Does that make any sense? We cannot have 1.45 students. That would be same thing as 1 student. Just like the very first learning target we talked about, when we talked about increasing and decreasing with the percent related, we're talking about actual human beings. We're not counting half or 0.45, and we're not rounding. We're just always round down. So it'd be just 1 student if that happens. Okay, let's do the second one. How many students earned above 85.4%? Okay, 85.4, I see it. It's right there, so it's all of these. How many students got over 85.4%? That would be 13.5 plus 2.35 plus 0.15. You add them together, that's 16%. So we're talking about, what is 16% of 58 total students. So I like percents to decimal, so makes 0.16 of times 58. So 16% of 58. That gives me 9.28. If you get 9.28, we need to round down. So it should be just 9 students. There. How many students scored between 57% and 92.5%? Okay, so between 57, right there, 92.5, right here. Ooh, we're talking about all these people right there. So that is 2.35, 13.5, 34, 34, 13.5. So all of them together, right? Or you could have just subtracted 100, the total, minus the one that's not part of it, like 0.15, 2.35, and 0.15. So you could do it either way. You get 97.35%. So one more time. 97.35% of the people score between those two percentages on the test out of the 58 students. So 0.9735 times 58. Always move 2 decimal places to the left if you like to change out of the percent. That gives you 56.463. So that would make 56 students. Don't round up or down, just always round down. Good? All right. I think we can do one more example. Number, there's no number. Letter B, letter B. The length of acrylic nail, which I don't have, is normally distributed with mean length of, so remember this U looking letter is mu, and that's the mean, 0.8. Mu, 0.8. See? It just sounds cooler if you say mu instead of mean. 0.8. With a standard deviation, sigma of 0.05. Oh boy. Tiny numbers. 0.05. So you add it, so it'll be 0.85. 0.9. 0.95. So you just have to add 0.05 each time. Right? And same thing, we subtract it each time, so you get 0.75, 0.7, 0.65. And then I would complete this. Now, did you memorize these numbers by heart by now? I mean, we've been doing it for like 2 weeks, so I hope you get the percentages by heart. But yes, you can use your text notes during the skills check. This is based on a group of 300 students at Zion Benton High School. I didn't know everybody had fake nails. So, how many students have acrylic nails that are shorter than 0.7 inches? See? 0.7 right there. I know I did it correctly. There. So it'd be 0.15 plus 2.35. So that is 2.5%. So 2.5% of the students out of 300. So you could change. Now I think I should show you the two ways. You can do a decimal way like this, or if you prefer like fraction, you can also say 2.5% is always out of 100. So 2.5 per divide cent 100. And how many? 300. So you get 7.5, 7.5. Well, if we get 7.5, it's not 8, it's just 7 students. Don't round up, just always round down. How many students have nails that are greater than 0.95 inches? Ooh, that is pretty long. Look, only this. They're 3 standard deviations away. So 0.15%, that's it. What? So 0.15 times 300. Percents, you cannot just multiply, so you have to move 2 decimal places to the left. So that gives me 0.0015. Do you see? I was a little bit confused. Of 300, you get 0.45. That means less than half. I mean, less than a half of a person. Nobody. So everybody has less than 0.95. If you would like a fraction, it'll be 0.15% times 300. I think in class, I'm gonna ask if you guys prefer a fraction way or a decimal way. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just that you can never have a percent in an equation. You have to change your percent into either a decimal or a fraction, whichever you prefer. Last one. How many students' nails are between 0.75 and 0.85? 0.75, 0.85. Oh, we haven't seen these in a while. 0.75, 0.85. That's the 68% in the middle. So 68%, right? So if you prefer a decimal way, it'll be 0.68 times 300. If you prefer a fraction way, in that case, you want 68%. So you always do percent as in divided by 100 times 300. So that would be 204 students. There you have it. We did all the sections of Learning Target 8. If you missed anything, please watch the parts 1 through 5 before the skills check. We're going to review, and then we have a skills checking in not in class, but it's on campus. Bye.